We're not. Okay.
Okay, so a session of the order. So approval of the agenda. Oh, is she there?
Hello.
Okay, so a session.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
You just want to close YouTube.
so a little bit of a delay, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, all right, so approval of the agenda.
I saw it, I'll move.
Okay, sorry.
I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, okay, so we have the approval of agenda, any disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof.
Do we need a second for the?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
a seconder.
I'll second it.
Okay,
Hold on 1 second, sorry, I'm just trying to open the agenda.
okay, so we got the approval of the agenda. Oh, wait, she's just getting
Who's who Kathy made the motion? Okay, thank you. It was fun. Super stressful. Would have been anything open.
Take your time.
I'm gonna do the same.
How's everyone doing?
Good. How about you?
Good.
I see your email now. Is Timmy here?
No,
No,
No, okay.
not that I see.
virtually or otherwise. Okay, so we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so where are we now? We got the approval of the agenda, yes?
Pecuniary interest.
Yeah, okay, disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof. Anybody have anything? Okay, so. Sorry, closed session, we have everything's working, election of officers. Okay, so Timmy's not here yet to welcome her. but-
Yeah, do you want to maybe defer that
Yeah.
to later in the agenda?
Okay, yeah, can we do that then?
I don't know, do they need a motion for that?
To defer.
Just to defer?
Not really.
No, not
Okay.
really. Okay.
All right, so we'll wait for number 6, delegations, presentations.
Well, I think
No,
you
no, no,
actually
just-
have to do the rest of it because
Okay.
you have to resign
Okay,
as
yeah,
chair and
that's
then you
right.
have to appoint a new one. Yeah.
All right, okay, so I just wasn't sure if we were gonna wait for Timmy to do all of that. All right, so resignation of chair for me and appointing a new chair. So,
So the board has to receive and accept your resignation.
yeah, okay, so resignation, my resignation as chair.
So you would receive it and with thanks, and then you're not stepping down from the committee, right? You're
No.
still staying on the
No, yeah,
committee?
just, yeah,
Yeah, so you're just resigning as chair?
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
so then we need to appoint a new chair.
Yeah, so a motion to receive and then a seconder and
Okay,
And we
so
can move on.
motion,
I have a motion.
a second,
I will say.
okay. All right, so who is going to be new chair?
should we wait till Timmy gets it?
Is she
Yeah, I
coming in?
certainly think we probably should.
Yeah, because she may want to.
I think it's important that we have a full complement. for-
That's why I wondered if we should, like, the
Yeah.
whole thing, that's why I thought Timmy should be here for that whole part of number 6, right?
Okay.
Well, we're in limbo now. We have no chair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, all
Does
right.
the vice chair take over this?
Technically,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take over.
Okay.
Vice chair can take
But I
over now.
need to see the agenda.
I know, I'm trying to pull it up on my, maybe over 1 minute, and then I'll feel a lot better. I had to wait for my phone to connect.
All right, and now I have the agenda. Thank you.
Just give me 1 more minute too, if you don't mind.
All right.
No. Is she coming today?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
but she said apparently she won't be here till 8:30.
Oh, okay. Who approved the agenda again? Kathy and you, okay. It's really ugly, but.
Okay, so are you guys ready now? Okay, so
Yeah, I'm good, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so we
the vice chair takes over after the resignation.
got it.
Yes,
So we're skipping appointment of new chair.
we're just deferring the 6.3, 6.4 till later in the agenda
Right.
when Timmy gets here.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now we are at recruitment of new members.
nope. Delegations and presentations.
Yeah,
We're gonna, oh, that's being skipped as well. Okay.
yes.
So delegation presentations, we have none. Minutes, so we need a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting held Thursday, March 2, 2023.
Can we print that here and then
I have
myself
it
and
for you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna make that motion because I don't have them in front of me and I'm not.
They're part of the agenda
They were
package.
I know, I'm sorry. I got used to them being on the table and I thought.
I will make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Got that one, Chloe?
Yes.
Okay. So we're to reports. No business arising in from the minutes. We don't have any, so we're moving on to reports. 10.1. Decorating committee report. Chloe, you're up.
Yes, okay, so. Decorating committee volunteers Nancy Robinson is still interested in taking the lead for arranging summer flowers for the planters. They would like us to confirm the budget. Now, wasn't that in the budget from last year? Like that we already had approved?
Well, whoever becomes treasurer at the end of the day, we have to have a discussion about the budget. There seems to have been a bit of a clerical error in it, we have to correct.
Oh,
Isn't your treasurer going to stay the same? It's just
I
your
don't
chair.
know.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have any comments, treasurer?
none. Do you want to continue being treasurer?
I
No,
think,
okay.
we can go back to that when we get back to the election of officers.
So Karen, outside of the budget, is there more report?
Does the township have owning, does the township own the summer hanging baskets?
Yes,
Does it?
yes.
Okay.
Did they come down yet?
Yes.
They did, yeah.
I thought it was sort of a half and half situation, that the BIA bought inserts or something, no? So there's no responsibility from BIA for the hanging baskets at all?
I think it's part of a contribution that we make to the township or to the BIO every year. There's a $2,500 contribution, and I think in lieu of that, we do the flower baskets, the summer flower baskets, is my understanding.
Got redirected to the back.
Yeah,
So the concern from Susan Rice, who I spoke to prior to our last meeting, was that the portions of those hanging baskets were deteriorated and there needed to be a budget. So the question is that, Chloe, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the concern, right? That
She did not say there was a concern. She was just asking, so I don't know.
But we got the email about it, right?
yes, yes. So I did speak to Chris about it. I believe he is working towards replacing some of them. I'm not sure if they can replace all of them in 1 year, but he is working because he's aware of it. They are looking pretty ratty, I think is what,
Weather.
weathered. Yes, that's a better word. So, and he is looking at replacing them. Yeah. So that would go under the Parks and Facilities budget, is my
So
understanding.
Chloe's answer to the decorating committee regarding hanging baskets is that this is not a BIA.
Okay.
Yes, it's the townships.
Mhm.
We don't have budget for that. We don't answer that. Okay. What else, Chloe?
Can we submit a tender if that is the process?
Tender for what?
I don't know. That's what it says. Can we submit
For,
a tender?
for the flowers?
For the,
to-
but for the baskets.
Like for the flowers to go in the baskets? So we do, I believe it's not a tender because it's, we do more of a request for quotation because it's under the threshold of our purchasing policy for a tender.
Okay,
And I believe that has been done already
okay.
and not,
Through the
They have-
township.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So the answer is no.
Correct. Well, yeah, the township can, just not as a tender, but yeah.
Okay.
I think you just need clarification as to what she was asking the tender for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the, that would be for the basket.
I think that would be for the hanging baskets.
Okay,
Just another note on the bridge planter boxes, if they are a go, purchasing just for 8 planter boxes all at once would be a large expense. Someone mentioned to me correctly or incorrectly that sometimes sponsorship from a local company might be interested in this initiative, which I was told that, can we, apparently Nexicom used to,
do a contribution.
yeah,
What about that new landscaping place on Highway 28?
Victory.
I wonder if they might do a sponsorship since it's kind of down their field, right? Down there,
yeah.
because they want to be kind of like involved. They took over the post office for Fraserville too, but it could be a place to look
Are
at.
they in her township?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
what's it called?
Oh my God, I can't remember.
They're
I
on
think
County
it's
Road
the
28.
Victory Gardens.
Yeah, yeah. It could just be, because they are in our township, but
Yeah.
it could be somebody that.
They're on County Road 28, did you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Okay. Just sometimes on one side is autonomy, so it's not again the other.
Actually, all the time on one side is time, so.
They're on the west side.
High tough crowd, eh?
Tough crowd, tough crowd. Yeah, so just depending on, but you're saying they're on the right side.
They're on the right
They're
side.
No disrespect to our friends in autonomy.
Right.
You might be watching this, yeah,
I'm very
Yeah.
positive.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so are they looking for, like, would they approach,
I don't know, but I
for sponsorship?
probably.
Or would that be a function of this committee to reach out and see if they'd be interested in
Would
sponsoring?
that be on them?
Yep, put it back on them. If they want
Yeah.
help, then we can help
Okay.
them.
They wanted to deal with Brooke Taylor
Oh,
for that, so.
Yeah, why
Who
not?
happens to be on the wrong side of
Oh.
So I would think that.
really
would make-
cloudy over there. Stormy all the time.
it's a valley.
Yeah.
to be clear, this would be for the plants, for the planters.
Right.
It'll be both, the dirt and the plants.
For
dirt-
the
dirt
bridge
and
planters.
Yeah.
For the
Right.
bridge planters, because I think we clarified last meeting that the budget is there for the planters themselves.
Yeah,
And
the actual boxes.
The
to put
boxes
stuff in the
that go
containers,
on the
yes.
bridges, of which there would be 8, 4 and 4,
Yeah.
Distillery and King.
Mhm.
But then it's another,
To get them filled.
So the additional expense has not been.
has not, we don't have budget for the plants and the dirt.
Yeah,
So-
Maybe, we don't, because the price of the planters is less than or they were expecting, so there might be some room within.
oh, is it? Yeah, was it?
So we have to kind of wait to see how it unfolds.
So should they go forward and purchase what they need to then?
Whoever is treasurer at the end of this, we need to check. And I'll tell you straight up why, is because within the budget.
Yeah.
The rollover, it appears in the revenue section. But it doesn't appear in the expense section where it should.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
we need to have that value down in the expenses in
Right.
order to have it as budgeted. So something happened, it got rolled over, but it didn't get reallocated
Okay.
to expenditures. So I already talked to Kimberly about it, and we'll have to make a motion at some point to correct that.
At the end of this meeting, we'll- no. So what should I take back to them? Can they make those purchases?
Take- They will have the budget, we
They
just
will.
don't have it officially in the budget at the moment.
Okay.
But with respect to the bridge planters,
Mhm.
send them to sponsors. It doesn't have to just be Victory, but there's an excellent suggestion.
Two different things, sorry, Kat.
Yeah.
They want to order they want to put the order in, right?
Mhm.
Which if we look at the budget right now, I don't think they can.
Okay.
I think we have to correct the budget in order for them to be able to do that.
You're talking about the regular planters now, not the,
Bridge. Bridge
The
planters.
Pleasure boxes themselves.
all the boxes.
The boxes
themselves.
themselves,
Oh, I don't know.
unless Bridge, we make a motion to pull out of reserves now and then correct the budget later. Like so that they can go ahead and place the order.
Pardon me, purchasing decor for 8 planter boxes.
Yeah,
All
the
at
decor.
once.
Okay, the decor is something different,
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
but there was no budget for the decor.
Okay.
But there was a budget, we're supposed to be a budget for the planters.
For the planters.
But they got missed. Did you have the full budget by chance? Like, just, I can show you what it is. We had the rollover up here for the 3,600. But it doesn't reappear down in the expenses, which is what it should have done.
Right.
So that's the thing we have to correct.
Okay.
Right, so what we could do now is make a motion saying that we're going to, pull from reserves the rollover of the 3,600,
We can pay it back afterwards.
which then enables them to go buy.
I think we should do that because
They're gonna need to do that.
they probably already ordered the planters.
Correct.
yeah.
The decor, you mean.
No, not
No.
talking decor right now, not talking
We're
decor.
talking
Two different things. So we got the planters and it sounded like they will probably get them for less than 3,600.
Okay,
So then we just determine the difference between 3,600 and what the decor will cost them.
okay,
And that will be the next motion once we know what that number is.
okay.
Have you allocated, how much are you gonna move from your reserve?
3,600.
Well, I think we should,
3,600?
yeah, I think we
Okay.
should roll over the 3,600. That was the estimate we had previously.
And that's for the actual planters itself.
That's for the actual planters itself, right? So the decorating committee has another 3,400 on top of that.
Yeah.
So there might be money within that 34 to cover that. So they just have to take a look at their budget and figure out
Right.
whether within that 34, can they cover decor
Okay,
and everything else they want to do? And if they don't, or if they can't, then they have to. Then
so
they'll
the
come back with
36
number.
for the planters is completely separate, the 34 is to encompass the entire year's worth of
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
decor.
Yeah.
Including the plants for our regular planters, not the hanging baskets.
Correct. That's for
For everything,
that's for the normal baskets.
Mhm.
okay,
So you just need a motion to approve moving 3,600 from your reserve
Mhm.
to your decorating committee budget line.
Yeah.
What's the line item there?
Ryan, can you make that budget
It-
or that
it's-
motion?
4750 224.
224.
What is it, 40? No, oh, that's the GL.
That's the GL.
Yeah.
So moving 3,600 from reserves to 4750 3224.
Yeah.
For the purchase of
40,
bridge plant.
45, what was it that you're moving it to?
4750
47.
2224
3224.
3224. So
47, 50, 2, 3, 2, 2, 4.
3224.
Bunch of dyslexics, I reckon, over numbers.
47, 50, 3, 2, 2, 4. No,
3224.
Yeah, you got it right.
3224.
yeah, okay, thank you. Okay.
So Ryan's making that motion.
I've made the motion.
Yeah, we need a seconder. Sarah.
Okay, Sharon, all in favor?
And just to follow up with that as well, I am meeting with the decorating committee and the county in a couple of weeks to make sure that they have all the specs right for fitting them on the roofs.
Thank you,
Okay.
because there was at our last meeting, some discussion around the approval from the county. That you brought that forward, thank you.
Okay, so also, this is the text message I got before. High Foley will be submitting receipts in the amount of $505 and will drop off Tuesday morning. Need confirmation for 2023 budget, planters debris where to leave. We've already gone over that. They're
Yeah,
gonna be
they're-
leaving it in front of the trailer.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So Chris is already aware of that. Yeah.
Or can they always leave that there going forward if they have any debris or anything that they need to?
Unless there's another place that they were looking to leave it. Usually they work out a deal with the Legion to leave it there because then it's all
Oh, okay.
downtown.
Yeah,
But yeah, I can,
did you say April 13th, you're meeting with them?
I didn't, but that is the date.
Oh, okay.
so is that their?
This is the 505 expenses. To the trash.
Okay,
So you'll be discussing planter boxes for the 2 bridges, 8 planter boxes in total, I guess those were the additional, yeah.
Correct.
If planter boxes are constructed and received in 2023, the current decorating operating budget does not have funds to purchase, which we just discussed. I've requested an estimate from Millbrook Farm Supply. Okay, that's all.
I have a question about these.
Hmm.
Is this, they looking for reimbursement for something here
I would assume so, yes.
or so? Should we not be opening it and making a motion to?
yeah, and then that way,
It would, is
That-
it coming out of the 3,400?
yeah.
Should, but
Yeah.
technically that should have already been on this agenda, not shown up after.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
That's me.
Can you please mail reimbursement checks?
So I think going forward, the decorating committee should have a copy of the check requisition that we normally have to fill out and
Yeah.
attach receipts to. And then that way it can come to this committee. We
Ready
can
to
make a
go.
motion to pay it and then we can just take it. Is that what she's done?
She's done that.
Okay, so just, you could make a motion to approve the expense out of the budget line, and then I can take that and have Kimberly process the check for
Okay,
case.
it's $505.30. And this was for what, last year's stuff?
This will be,
They're watching you.
this will be the spring stuff, I think.
Yeah, this is spring stuff, and she actually even has a budget attached with the 3,400. And she subtracted the. I think here she says 525.61, and here she says 505.30, but nonetheless, it's coming off the 3,400. So do we have a motion to reimburse the decorating committee the 505.30?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, right, gonna put it that motion?
I will make that motion
Okay,
with a note that going forward, it should be in the agenda.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's sticking down to do the agenda Monday night and it's already out, so. Next time we will.
Right.
Get there.
Yeah.
So Chloe needs exact wording so that it's properly recorded, right? So the GL line and all that.
Yes.
So same GL.
Okay.
Okay,
Want me to say that number
That
22 more
27,
times again?
no.
Or are you good?
No. So we're moving it from there.
Yes, paying out of that
Paying out
GL.
of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paying out of the decorating committee GL. Expenses.
and the motion was made by, I think, me.
Yes,
I will make the motion.
I'll second the motion.
Got it.
And then this gets passed.
Bridget.
It's all good to go.
You betcha. Thank you very much.
Was that the treasurer's report?
Totally.
Funny. You guys are funny.
Hand in hand with
Well-
that meeting report.
Um, yeah, that might get recorded under the treasurer's report. Sorry.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe it's, do you have anything else from the decorating committee? Okay, so, and Sarah just presented her treasurer's report.
Did indeed.
Good job.
Now, just from the invoices I submitted for the conference, has a check been cut for that yet?
Should have. I'll check with
Okay.
Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if you mailed them out.
there was an error on it though.
Yeah.
Did that get corrected?
Yeah, I think it was just an adding error.
Yeah. Okay,
I think it
I'll
was
double
just
check with
the-
Cory.
I think I replied back saying it was just an adding error.
Okay,
so-
okay.
Yeah, can we go back to 6 now?
Yes.
No addenda here.
Okay, so, Timmy, we, skipped 6.3.
We also skipped
6.1.
1. So we
6.1.
welcomed you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. And then 6.3 is appointment of a new chair, because at 6.2, we accepted the resignation of Sherry as chair only. She's still on the board.
I did hear that.
Okay.
I was watching, or I was listening as I was driving.
Yeah, no distracted driving.
Okay, now, of the excluding Ryan and Bridget, who may not sit as chair, of the 5 of us, is there anyone who would like to be chair?
I'm
No.
looking away.
Don't make eye contact.
Welcome to the board, Timmy. Do you want to check?
Chair might be a little much for someone new to this.
Yeah, that was, yeah, you know, so.
Okay. Now, the next thing, does anyone want to nominate anyone to be chair?
I like the Kathy. Actually, what I think would be good, if Kathy and Sarah were like chair, but more of a co-chair position. So it's not always on one person.
That's what a vice chair is.
A vice, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am going to nominate Sherry to be treasurer if she is going to take.
Oh, we gotta get
So-
your chair first.
yeah.
We haven't got that.
Yeah.
is the only basis
Okay.
that I will accept the chair.
Okay, so I think there is a process
Yeah.
to switching around your positions.
Okay.
So first of all, you need to finish the
Chair
nomination of the chair position.
And I understand.
So
that,
everyone's
but I'm
nominated.
She's making a codicil on her acceptance of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is,
But you have to vacate the
you have
vice
to
chair.
vacate the position of
Vice.
vice, you have to vacate the position
Treasurer.
of treasurer.
Vacated.
Is anybody?
Anybody, is that your final answer?
Done.
Okay, so
Do you need motions for all of that?
yes,
Yeah,
I
we
do,
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we need Yeah, okay.
Get ready, Chloe.
I know.
So, the understanding, I will accept the position of chair.
Okay, but you have to resign.
And resign vice chair.
So,
Okay, so are we gonna put this under resignation of chair? Where are we gonna put this?
Well, we can't, how, really, it's musical chairs here unless Timmy takes the chair.
yes, but we have to have a motion for all of this and it has to follow in consecutive order,
Sure.
okay? So, first of all, let's deal with the chair, okay? Plain and simple.
Okay.
So you, let's make a motion to nominate Kathy Lysett as the chair.
I motion stand.
I'll second.
Motion chair.
Okay. So now there is a desire amongst the committee to change positions. So we'll start with the treasurer. So the treasurer would like to vacate her position.
She would.
Okay, so let's make a motion to accept the vacation of, not the vacation of the position of treasurer.
So we're gonna 6.21, like we're gonna put that under resignation of chair.
Yeah,
So you're gonna do a resignation of chair, resignation of vice chair, or resignation of treasurer.
yeah.
Well,
Right.
so the position of vice chair has already been vacated, or am I both?
No, you have to
Vacated.
You have to vacate,
So I have to resign.
correct?
Correct.
Okay, but first,
Didn't we have that in the motion when you accepted the nomination of chair, you resigned your vice chair?
can we combine that?
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay.
Chloe, are you on it?
No. So resignation of chair, vice chair, pardon me.
And acceptance of chair,
Nomination.
nomination. So, so the motion was to,
So you have a
Accept your
motion.
Resignation as chair and to accept your nomination.
Okay, can we, actually, why don't we just do it simply and have the resignation of the chair, resignation of the vice chair, resignation of the treasurer.
So, yeah,
As one.
All-
yeah.
all-
and then you can switch around.
Yeah. sure.
Then switch.
Okay, yeah. so
Otherwise, it's
okay,
just,
6.2.
otherwise Chloe's gonna rip her hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've already
Okay,
got,
so now I'm erasing everything I just wrote, so hold on,
Okay,
resignation of
you've
chair.
so you've already got a motion
For Sherry, motion for Sherry to nominate Kathy as chair, and Sarah seconded it.
But we have to have Kathy's resignation.
so now
Yeah.
I'm going to resign as vice chair.
But we're going back to what
6.2.
Ryan just
Okay.
said, so we're just gonna do resignation, so resignation of chair.
Vice chair and
treasurer.
Treasurer.
So you've already got your motion for chair. Resignation of chair. You've already got that. You received that by Sarah and Ryan. That was earlier.
I thought that was a motion to nominate her, but we have to actually motion her to get.
Yeah, because she submitted her resignation.
That's Sherry, we're talking about Sherry.
Sherry, yeah, we're not talking about Kathy, talking about Sherry.
Now we're gonna talk about Kathy.
Let's
So,
just,
Let's not.
let's just,
So you've got your
Start all over again.
resignation of chair.
yeah, resignation of chair, okay.
okay, that's 6.2. All of
Yeah.
this other complicated stuff is under 6.3.
No.
No?
No, we're doing resignations first, then appointments second.
Okay,
So resignation of
So
chair.
we're going back to 6.2, resignation of chair.
And do we have to do a motion for the resignation?
No, because you've already done a motion for
Yeah.
your
Right.
resignation of chair.
Okay,
Yeah.
but, and then we're gonna do a resignation of
Vice chair, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we're all resigning, except you, Chloe.
and it's all on you now.
I bet you're regretting not resigning now.
Yeah.
So can we get a motion to receive? So Kathy, you have to say, can we, oh no, you can't. Can we have a motion to receive the resignation of the vice chair?
So if you say that, I will so motion.
And I'll second.
Can we have a resignation, or can we have a motion to receive the resignation of vice chair?
I motion, Timmy seconds.
Okay,
Great.
Now, same thing for treasurer.
I will motion for the
To accept my
resignation of our treasurer.
seconded.
did you say? You're gonna
I,
put forth a motion.
it's a motion to accept the resignation of the treasurer.
Yeah. So now you've
Sherry.
appointment of the new chair, which I
Who
think
sec-
you,
who seconded?
I saw Sherry.
which is Kathy, right?
You sure, Timmy?
I'm still learning my new job.
So now you need appointment of a vice chair, so you need to nominate and appoint a new vice chair.
I do? I have to do that? Because I'm the only.
No,
one.
no, just.
Or no?
No, anybody.
Everybody, yeah.
So we're so we've accepted Kathy now as our new chair.
Mhm.
And then.
We need a new vice chair and a
New vice
new
chair.
treasurer.
Mhm.
So who would like to be nominated for vice chair?
So I'll nominate Sarah for vice chair.
I'll second that.
I will accept the nomination.
Same thing now, treasurer.
I will nominate Sherry.
I'll second that.
Sherry, did you second the nomination?
Yes, I did.
Did you accept the nomination?
Yeah, I accept the nomination.
All right,
Sorry, I missed that.
we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
And then Sherry, you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who motioned for her to be treasurer?
Kathy, and I seconded.
Okay.
We don't pay you enough, Chloe.
I'll help
Six,
you with this.
Thank you.
moving on to 6.4, recruitment of new members. Now,
How did this end up here?
Because, okay, so, obviously, there's been a lot of, switching around, a couple of resignations. I think it's evidence that you guys need to have more people on your committee.
Mhm.
You do have to have a minimum of 5, which you do, but you have a maximum of 10. One of the challenges we had when we put out the request or invitation for people is that we had a lot of people that were not eligible. So they were not property owners or business owners within the
BIA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Does the vet, the Mill Valley vet, are they part of it?
they are,
I don't think so. No,
No.
I think
It
we
doesn't
looked
go down
into
that
that.
far?
No,
Oh, yeah.
no.
they were.
But now we have the new cabin chiropractic, right?
They fall in.
Think they fall within, yeah, it's in your bylaw. But the reason we put this here is just so that we encourage you to canvass your people that you know. Okay, people that are within the, you know, who's within the BIA, your
Mhm.
membership. To canvass them to see if you can get more members.
Yeah.
Us putting out just a blanket invitation is,
Yeah.
we seem to get people who are not actually in the BIA, and you want people who are either the landlords of buildings within the BIA, commercial buildings, or business owners.
I would like there to be a person in charge of membership on our board here. So
I
the
think you're
first,
talking two different things, Pat.
yes, I understand that we're talking about recruiting members to our board, but we don't even know who our members are.
Yeah.
So I previously thought that Millbrook Valley Hospital were members. And I know they've put in an application for the June event to be a vendor there, not a vendor, but
Yeah, they want to set up the table.
They wanna
like
set up-
information type thing.
right.
Yeah.
So the question is, do they pay or do they not pay? And you know, for us here to go out and recruit members to our board, first we have to know who our members are.
Yes.
And so it is two different things, Ryan. Yes, it is, but I think it's important that we have note for future, somebody sitting on the board here who is in charge of membership.
Okay, so if I can make a suggestion, so your BIA boundary is within your bylaws. So if you guys still have your bylaw
Yeah.
from your first package, you can see what the boundary is. Christine had forwarded me your updated membership list. I'm happy to share that with the committee. So that you have an understanding of who's part of your membership now, and perhaps maybe for next month's agenda, do you want to put on there that you want to do a membership recruitment strategy, including appointing somebody as a subcommittee? Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think it is that. Afterwards.
On your first one, it's I'm not sure what page it is, but it's just after the bylaws. So I think it's right after the
When
minutes.
it's on the email, it actually gives you page by page, but when you print it out, because there's different parts to it.
Yeah.
It's different, now the pages are numbered different, like what we printed out.
So help me with the membership list. I circulate a copy of the bylaws, so you have them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the recruitment of the new members. Who put this on the agenda? Was that you, Sherry?
No,
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 it was Bridget.
it
because-
was
I
Bridget.
did, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you're talking about increasing the complement here to 10.
Yeah, I think there needs to be some consistency with
I-
your committee, okay? So, and I think you need to have, some more people to kind of spread the load, because you have 4 positions that have to be nominated, and you only have 5 people on the committee,
I think
so,
we're all in agreement
Yeah,
with that,
yeah.
but how to execute this,
yeah.
what's the strategy?
So I think what it came
Well-
down to was us putting, or the township putting an ad in the paper is attracting the wrong people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because they don't understand the.
They don't understand it. So we
boundaries,
need the board
Canvas.
members to canvas,
Absolutely.
to try
I
to
agree.
pull
And
in
then that goes back
some more
to,
helping hands.
all right, then who is allowed to, Millbrook Valley Hospital is interested, but now they're not a member, so.
So I will circulate a copy of the bylaw, which is a map,
Mhm.
and you can look and see where the boundary is, and that'll tell you where people fall in terms of their boundary.
Okay,
My suggestion to you is that perhaps because you had noted that you thought it would be a good idea to have a subcommittee focused on membership,
yes,
that perhaps that could be an agenda item for your May meeting,
Mhm.
still in April, your May meeting, that you discuss as part of your meeting, a membership strategy, and
Right.
including forming a committee.
is this the only, we thought, really?
Yeah.
At the moment?
Yeah,
But I don't think it means wait until May if there's obvious candidates.
yeah, if there's obvious
Yeah.
candidates and you approach them, you can always do that. You have a complement of 10,
Yeah.
maximum 10.
Does the cathedral fall under it? Because what street are they on? I don't know this.
They're on that,
King
they're on.
just before Pat.
But like, yeah, but I know they're on King, but
Yeah, cross street.
the cross, yeah.
It's Cabin, it's across the street.
Oh, okay.
If I
Um,
remember correctly.
I will.
Yeah, they are.
I will state
Okay.
that I did try to recruit Karen Morton. It didn't work.
She's.
Yes,
She did.
she's community care, and she in the past sat in on our BIA
Okay,
meetings.
yeah.
And for many, many reasons, I think she would be wonderful here, but she said no.
But the couple that own the cathedral, like when they came to the AGM, they seemed they had lots of ideas.
Mhm.
So I feel like they might be very.
Yeah.
And are they, is the,
I
yeah,
believe so, yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I think boundaries be changed, or is this like?
They have been once, haven't they?
It takes a bit to change.
Yeah.
Like they can be, but it's a
Yeah.
big protest.
Yeah, because they were changed. When I read through the manual, they had been changed at some point.
A while
hadn't they?
back, yeah.
A while back, yeah.
Cause you just wanna move it down the street. But
Yeah. Yeah, you think it's just one street, but the process to do that is, yeah.
Well, your community is growing, so it may be something that you may want to consider. There, as Councillor Huntley mentioned, there is a process to it. It's a public process. We can certainly walk you through that if that's your desire to do that. I would suggest you don't discuss it here, that you set that as a separate agenda item. if
Yeah.
that's
Right.
where you want to go.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, so, the action item out of that, agenda item is that Bridget is going to forward to us, to all of us, our current membership list.
And boundaries and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on our next agenda, we're going to discuss, having a membership head.
Appointing a subcommittee.
Yeah, yeah. Now we can go back to the future. General business, 11.1, confirmation of event dates from council. Bridget.
So we took the events that were identified in your March meeting minutes forward to council to approve the road occupancy permits. Plus there were a few others that are from other organizations. So we're good to go. We can submit that on your behalf.
On that note, why was it taken to council during like the last meeting and this one? Because we had discussed in the last meeting that it would be decided at this meeting, the dates. We
I
had
think
that
you
in our-
decided the dates at your last meeting. We talked about taking it to council.
I don't think we talked, we said we would firm up the dates, not that it's a problem, but I know, because I was reading through the meeting minutes from last month, and it said we would firm up the dates at this meeting. So I was just wondering going forward so that.
I think what we did, Chloe, was we said, okay, we gotta get it to council sooner rather than later. And if we're gonna adjust the dates at all, we can always go back to council and
Right.
readjust.
Yeah.
But let's get
And
dates
it's fine,
on now.
I just wanted to know because we had mentioned that, so just for my understanding going forward. Like, if, is that something that would be, like, if there's something that needs to be taken to council?
So if you need to change the dates, does it have to go back to council?
That's
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No, I think we would just amend that this basically goes with a certificate of insurance to the county and to the police, fire and ambulance.
Okay.
So that they're aware of it. If there's a change, we would circulate that as well as council.
Okay.
Right, just so they're aware of it. I think the intent behind this report is more just to make council aware of what's coming up. And then that staff would work with the appropriate parties to get the road occupancy permits and all that sort of stuff. The one thing I will note is like the township will submit a certificate of insurance for the road closure for your events. But if there's things like alcohol or other things that wouldn't be covered under that insurance policy, which a special occasions permit wouldn't, you would need to provide a certificate of insurance. You would need to name the township and the county of Peterborough as part of that, which you've done in the past. But I just wanted to make that known. The other thing I wanted to draw to your attention, because I think we discussed the Santa Claus parade about being an evening parade. So I did put that forward to our department heads. Typically the fire department is involved in that, heavily involved in that. And they try and do it the same day as their awards banquet. Because they're all volunteers, they try and they do get pulled out to do other things. So they try and keep their commitment to one day. So unfortunately, we couldn't change it to a nighttime parade. It'll still go forward as December 9th and it'll be a daytime.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
And I understand that the Lions Club put forth July 8th for
Yes.
the car show.
Yes, they did.
So that date was approved as well.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, Sherry.
I know, that's okay.
So just a quick question on the Santa Claus parade. So if they coincide this with their awards, does that mean they can never have the Santa Claus parade in the evening?
It's because the fire department are so heavily involved in it. They have to try and canvass their members as to availability. I think the conversation has come up in the past. They're not usually available in an evening, and they, even to try and schedule it on a different day, they're getting asked to do, you know, because it is a volunteer fire department, right? So they have things coming up in December. They have their own jobs. They also have calls that they go out on,
Yeah.
right? So they try and keep it kind of condensed. I think if you just want the fire department to be part of it, you have to keep
Every
it,
day.
yeah, it has to be that day. So. Otherwise, if the BIA wants to take it over, you can pay whatever day you want.
Do I get to drive a fire?
No, not unless you have right license, yeah.
Join the volunteer fire department, get you right through.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. So if that's good, you could probably just,
Okay, so moving on to 11.2, budget breakdown for each event. Sherry, I think that's you. You're my treasurer.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I don't even have anything in front of me regarding, I guess what we need to do is take what our budget is, and we need to figure out for each event, what it's good, like how we're gonna divide it for each of our 4 events. And looking at what kind of expenses we incur for each event. We kind of have somewhat of an idea, I guess. I don't know, I haven't really seen anything per se for who the vendors are and what the amounts are, but there was kind of some numbers thrown out. Like Bouncy Castle, I think was, we had a band was gonna be like $12.50, Bouncy Castle was about $1,500. So we need to get, do you have any more on the expenses, Ryan, for the summer?
Can I make a suggestion at this point? I think that the committee for each of the events needs to do this separately outside this meeting and bring it back.
Yeah,
And I realize that, you know, time is of the essence. And we do have a spreadsheet here, but it needs to be understood by you and honed, and that there should be a meeting immediately called for at least the June event.
yeah.
And work this out.
So what is our total budget for events?
That is an excellent question. So,
The budget,
and I don't know if we can answer that.
absolutely we can.
so the budget that was circulated as part of the package is what has gone forward to council. So I'll let Councillor Humphrey kind of
No, it's your,
take you through that.
so you have the 4 events, right? You have Ladies Night, you have Spring and Fall Festivals, and you have Christmas in the Village, right? So each one of them has, well, sorry, Ladies Night, Christmas in the Village have independent budgets. Spring and Fall Festivals are merged to one budget, so that number can be balanced between the 2 events, depending on what happens.
Okay. But if the majority of the money is going to summer, then it doesn't leave a lot for anything else, though. 'Cause it doesn't.
No, it won't leave much for fall. So that's why summer and fall have to be balanced. So you have
Because Ladies Night has its own budget.
Ladies Night has its own budget, Christmas in the Village has its own budget.
Okay, so what do
We
we,
also should approach Nexicom too. I don't know if this is the right time to have that discussion, but that would also, if they're gonna be a sponsor, that would be more money for the budget, right?
Yeah, so part of the budget for both spring and fall, which is more so than Ladies Night or Christmas in the Village, does rely on sponsorship. Right, so that's why the two are combined, because that sponsorship could vary depending on which event somebody wants to help sponsor. right?
Okay, so
So
that
you-
could be
you-
more for the fall.
It depends, like if somebody doesn't want.
If they don't,
they-
obviously they might not.
Sometimes you don't want to go twice, hand in hand, to the same person, right? So you can split kind of who you're gonna talk to for one event versus the other versus loading one event up. But we also have reserve funds that we can apply to the event. So if we get all of the sponsorship in summer, we can move the reserve to the fall. Right, so that's why there's a balancing act between those two events.
Okay, so do we have anything of what the summer, because I've only had like a few numbers thrown at me.
I've sent you a spreadsheet last week of what the breakdown is.
I didn't.
So you're talking this,
I'm talking that.
yes.
Okay.
So Sherry, it prints like
Yeah.
this, and I put that number down there.
Okay, thank you. All right, so.
Does that coincide with that?
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah, it's just a little harder to read.
So I think what Sherry and everybody else received was the budget that came from Keystone, which
Yeah.
is the financial report.
I think there's another page, isn't
The one that is.
I think that's on the page.
Showing it's 21. I thought that I had a different number put down through last year.
Again, I would like, can the two of you
Yeah,
get together and work this out?
it? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
and then we can move on
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
none of
okay,
us
yeah,
here
we'll-
are
yeah,
gonna,
we'll do that and try to get it down so we know what's going on for all 4 events then,
okay.
yeah. Okay. So we know we've got
So-
our dates and it's just mainly just figuring out who's getting what for money for what event then, right?
No, I think that's already been figured out,
Okay.
except for spring and fall has some flexibility, but ladies' night, Christmas in the Village already has a budget figured out.
Okay,
So that's just dealing with the fall and summer events.
Correct.
And if Ryan and Sherry could get together and,
okay, all right,
okay,
so.
So do
so
you want to just,
11,
do you want to just say that, do you want Ryan and Sherry to confirm the budget breakdown for each event
yes, we should have
And-
a motion to that effect, right?
and bring it back to the
Yes.
committee so that everybody is aware of that?
Yeah,
Okay,
now, just a matter of protocol, is that a motion or is that
Direction.
an
Direction.
action item? It's not,
It's just a direction.
yeah, okay. So what I would like to see going forward, we don't, on this agenda, we don't have it, but in the minutes,
Mhm.
A work plan.
can you record something there as an action item? So in
Yes.
other words, when we see the minutes after this meeting, that everyone here knows what they have to do.
Mhm.
Ryan and Sherry know they have to do something.
so that could be recorded if you did a motion or a direction.
Well,
just record that.
Yes, but I'm just trying to help Chloe here,
Yeah,
put it somewhere, whether you call it an action item or a direction. Direction is a fine word with me.
Yeah.
So we don't need a motion, but we do need something under
sounds
that
good.
point. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to 11.3, summer event contracts. Does somebody want to take the lead on that?
I reached out to Lise and asked her if she had a list of, I know they're on here, but and she said that she had given it to all that information to Ryan. So would that be?
So Ryan, do you want to take that
No.
topic? Okay, do we want to combine those two items into, it's basically the same.
Well, the contracts will come back and be part of the budget. Right? That's, so
The contracts are part of the budget.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
So that I'm suggesting that 11.2 and 11.3 have the same action,
Mhm.
which is Sherry and Ryan and Louise. And then 11.4 is probably the same thing.
Not really. The vendor applications is, I believe you've set up the
Yeah.
website already.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk.
I think it's still being emailed to Louise though.
Okay,
So we just gotta make who wants to vet vendors.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, so it'll be, now I went in to look at is it just going specifically to Louise's email? Because when I went into the vendor emails, and I had it set up to, because we had discussed that I was gonna look after the vendors that but I can't figure out where they're going to. I set it up that it would be the event, like it's event at, Millbrook PIA or whatever. And then when I looked at it, I don't see anything going in there. So I'm just not sure where, when they click on it, they go online, right? They fill it out online and they submit it.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I want to know.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to Louise.
It's going to
So
Louise.
so we want to change it so it goes to you.
Bridget,
I thought I did that though, and I haven't seen any vendor
you,
applications.
you wouldn't be able to because I set the form up. And so as part of the form, we can direct it to whoever. We
Oh,
direct
okay.
it to an inbox.
I thought it went to the event inbox, and I looked at the event in.
No, we
okay.
can set it up
Okay.
if there is an
Yeah, there
event.
is an event at Millbrook.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can,
Okay,
we
so
can set that
action-
up.
direction there is Sherry and Bridget
Yeah,
are going to redirect the vendor applications to Sherry.
Or to events at Millbrook.
Two events, but
yeah,
that's,
if it
that's
gets directed
something
to events at Millbrook PIA, then yeah,
but
yeah,
it's so that Sherry is going to receive the applications.
Okay.
yeah.
You don't want to receive them, Bridget, do you?
I can if you want me to, but I think it's probably better if
goes
it's
to the
this
events,
committee. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure of, how was it going to Louise? Because I thought events at BIA was where it would go into, and then from there, I could see it when I signed into the mail, right?
Yeah, no, it's actually directed just to Louise. So
Yeah,
it would
okay.
go directly to her.
Okay.
inbox. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this is not on the agenda, the social media, but I do know that Louise would like to put those applications or notification of the applications on the social media, which is it's not on our
Yeah.
agenda. So I don't know.
It already is, isn't
Yeah, she already put it on social media.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah, she's already started blasting it.
okay.
that's what I was wondering, because I didn't see anything come forward, right? So
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what that whole process was once they do their thing and go online and do it.
Which
so.
I think kind of bleeds into your subcommittees. Because
Yeah.
I think at this
Mhm.
meeting, you were going to identify your subcommittees for your events.
Okay, so the 11.4, I'm trying to help Chloe here, is Sherry and Bridget.
I already got that, yeah.
Okay, so 11.5 subcommittees for events. Yes, we were going to talk about that at
Yeah.
this meeting.
So I know Louisa said she wants to do the summer and fall one, was that
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Okay,
And who else is gonna be on the committee with her?
I'm not
Well,
sure.
that's a committee, does not have to be us. It should be at least one of us. And for sure, the treasurer, I would think.
Yeah.
And then it can be made up of whomever else
Yeah.
would like, who is a member, which goes back to who are our members.
Yeah,
The one I can sit on as the liaison for would be Christmas in the Village, because for me, that summer period is.
busy, yeah, okay, great, perfect. Yeah,
So is anyone and everyone here can attend those meetings,
yeah,
but what is the intent here? Is the intent to have more than one person on this. I think Ryan is already attending those meetings.
Mhm.
Okay. I am happy to attend as many as I can, but I can't commit because I feel like I take on I'm already running the fishing derby.
Yeah,
And I don't want to get into. I don't want to get into too
Yeah.
much responsibility. And if you go to a meeting, you're going to be given responsibility.
yes, yeah,
So I think I would say I'm not on that committee, but I will attend meetings in order to when I can.
yeah, okay,
So,
perfect, yeah,
I don't know if we're looking to say, okay, so maybe it's just the two of you.
yeah.
Sarah, are you were previously interested, are you?
I'm interested in.
What are you, is this?
Helping with the, yeah, help, like, so we can all.
I will attend as many meetings as I possibly can. Every now and then I get
As we
positions
all-
where I can't, but
Yeah, I mean, and
I will
it's, I mean, that's all of us, right, because we all have our own things, so. At least we know if we have like people that, especially our events are such a big part of our BIA. Just having some organization and knowing what's happening at them and.
So if I could offer a suggestion, so for your small fall and summer events, and I can offer my services as a staff member to give you a little bit of consistency. So for your fall and summer events, which would include your June event, ladies' night, and your fall event, you've got Louise, Sarah, Ryan, and Sherry and myself. That sounds like a pretty good
I'm not
size
sure
committee.
Louise wants to be on there for ladies' night.
Okay,
She wants to
okay,
be there for the summer and the fall event.
Yeah,
okay, okay. So would it make sense then for your ladies' night that you have Sarah, Ryan, Sherry, and myself?
yeah,
And
and I
then for
know
Christmas in the
that, I
village,
know
we
that,
had two.
like, there's some store people downtown that wanna help out too.
Right, we're just identifying
Yeah.
BIA
The
members.
key members.
Yeah,
And then it will be open to everyone. I mean, if anyone wants to participate in any of those events.
Yeah.
So we're identifying our board members.
yeah,
Be on that, okay, all right, so. I would like to be on the fall one,
okay, perfect.
okay? And. I think that there should be some communication to our membership that we need to have others from our members, not the board,
Yeah.
on these committees.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, because I've already talked to like Stacy and Charlotte and, about, getting their participation in, they're all for helping as well on the subcommittees. So-
Okay. Chloe?
She's on the decorating committee. Not requesting to.
Do you have interest in any of these, so the 4 events?
I would love to say yes, but I literally go from 9 till 7:30, 9 o'clock at night.
I get
every
it.
night, So I
Yeah.
can't. commit to it.
Okay, so right now, what we're trying to do then is identify our board, if I understand your suggestion, Bridget.
Yeah,
Which I think is good, is we're identifying from our board right now who will be sitting on these 4 event committees. So, we need to actually write down and, so for June event, it sounds as though we have Sherry and Ryan,
Yeah,
and I'm not certain if Sarah is in the same boat as I am. I'll come to, I don't want to be an official committee sitter, but I'll attend meetings. I don't know.
If I can interrupt you for a
Yeah.
second, Kat, the only thing I'd say is you just need one board member to be the liaison.
Key, yeah.
Just
After that, any of the board members can come or go,
yeah,
come and go.
Right.
Okay,
right? Like there's nothing official, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
But as long as there has to be one board member.
I can be the
Yes.
liaison as the treasurer and be the main one for, and then
Okay.
all the subcommittees,
Exactly.
right?
Okay.
And then you guys can decide, okay, I'm available to come to this meeting, but at least we have one consistent person.
well,
Yeah.
and I think that's important
Yeah.
for the treasurer to be there because these events are
Yeah.
cost us the money and we have to
Yeah.
figure out the
It is
financials.
just kind of crucial the treasurer is aware. at
Yes.
Yeah,
minimum.
Yeah,
okay.
Perfect, yeah.
so if she can't attend a meeting, then someone else would
Yeah.
attend on her behalf and understand the financials.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
certainly if you want to reach out to me, like, I just don't want to commit.
Oh, no, I get, oh, no, I know, we all.
So-
get that.
So therefore, we are recording then that Sherry is the liaison or the chair of all of our committees.
Yeah.
Of our subcommittees. Not that she has to
Yeah.
attend every meeting. Okay. Does that make sense to
Yeah.
everyone?
Yeah.
Bridget, does that make sense to you?
Right, if it makes sense to the committee, absolutely. So Sherry is the chair of all committees,
I'll be, yeah.
and then anybody else can just come and go as they
Yeah.
please.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm hesitant with the word chair, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
want to just hear it.
Yeah, it's honest.
So
Perfect.
it's as Chloe is to the decorating committee,
Yeah,
Sherry
yeah.
is
So
to.
Sherry's liaison to all committees,
Correct.
and then the rest can kind of come and go, and Sherry, I'm available to you as a staff member. Okay,
So that's what gets recorded in the minutes then,
Yeah.
if you know how to say that.
I got it.
Is it a motion or is it a directive?
I don't think-
you could make a motion to appoint Sherry as the liaison, for all of your
For all
EIA
EIA
events.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that she will pull in members
As
on
required.
an as-needed basis.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna motion for that. I will. Okay.
That's because your name's not on.
Right?
Yeah.
We would like to second.
Okay. All in favor? Okay, signing authority, 11.6. Signing authority has to be arranged with the bank.
Now that we've stopped playing musical chairs, we can do this.
Okay. So that is Sherry and I.
Yeah. So my understanding though is, I think, because from my clients that I have signed authority on their accounts, is as long as the bank knows that we are allowed to have sign authority, Kathy and I can make our own time to go out and sign when we're.
The only thing you have to do is coordinate with Kimberly.
Yeah, because I think she's a third signature
Okay.
on there.
Yeah.
In case something happens to you.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, because you need, my understanding is you need 2 signatures, so if something happens to one of you that.
Yeah,
If you're not available for the signatures, Kimberly's there to back you up.
Yeah.
Immediately after this meeting, you and I will go see Kimberly.
okay,
Okay?
yeah, get that worked out.
Okay, and the directive is Sherry and I.
So you may want to make a motion that the, about the signing authorities.
Yes,
Do it.
Kimberly has
It's all right.
previously explained to us that it's not necessarily the chair and the treasurer that would have signing authority. We could give it to the secretary or,
I'll make the motion then. That's
so I
Second.
think somebody needs.
Oh, we done covered.
Yeah.
Someone makes a motion for the treasurer and the chair to have signing authority.
I will make such a motion.
Well, I think Ryan did. Ryan made a motion, yeah. So, okay, good.
Uh,
11.7, website updates. Bridget, I think.
Yeah. So I have updated your events page to include your summer events, and I can certainly update based on the events that have been approved by council and that you put forward to council. We did do some training with eSolutions, and I know you guys were kind of going through some transition. So I did ask that eSolutions record the training sessions. So those recordings are available. I have them on our shared drive, so I can put them to like a Dropbox or something to
perfect.
share
Yeah.
with you guys for you. It is a 2-day training period, so he has broken them up into 4 sessions per day, so it's a little bit more digestible for you. There also is a style guide and kind of like an instructional, written instruction kind of guide
Yeah.
that I can make available to you, but I'm always here to back you up. And
Perfect.
nobody knows the website better than I do, so, and I'm not being, you know, rude, but I do use it all the time. So I am here to provide
Perfect.
help with that.
And just on a side note, Brian, did you find the logins for the social media?
No. I think you all have access to the BIA members website,
The Facebook one,
the Facebook one.
yeah, anyone can post.
Anyone can post there. I think I was given admin access to it, so I don't know how to transfer that or give it to somebody else.
Yeah, you gotta go in and you can, as long as I'm like.
Your member.
As long as I'm a member on that page or group, however it's set up, you can go into administrative duties and select me, and then I would be able to see, it's the behind the scenes, is what you can do. Anybody can post, but it's being able to like do things, pre-planned posts and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And the same with Instagram.
So is it
it's-
anybody, sorry, just is it anybody on your membership or anybody on this committee?
Anyone on the membership can post.
Right.
But
there's a.
the messages would go to whoever is the admin and that sort of stuff.
Okay, so you just may want to confirm who your admins are, they may be old.
Yeah,
right?
so Ryan.
It's me right now.
Okay, all right, that's
And
good.
I'm not old, thank you.
No, there's no previous members,
Yeah,
right?
so
Previous
we-
chairs.
No, it all got moved over.
Okay,
I've tried to do it off my phone. I think I need
Yeah.
to do it off my computer.
Yeah. So maybe there's a time that you and I can set up to meet and go over budget and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
for
all
sure.
the time. So-
But I don't have Instagram or Twitter. I don't know who has
Okay.
those ones. Chloe does.
I actually am horrible at social media and I'm not just saying that, I'm actually terrible at it. I only go on when people push me and I have like 5 messages waiting. I'm horrible at social media.
Okay, so let's figure out the Instagram login then.
so do you have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or just Facebook and
Facebook and
Instagram?
Instagram, I think.
We have all three. I only have the access
Access to
to
the
one
one.
that I know
Okay,
of. That I
We
know
still
of.
need to figure out, okay, yeah, Instagram and Facebook.
so is it Louise that has
Louise May, we can talk to her.
John Frizzle maybe?
Yes.
John and Christine had it before, so maybe it's worth a call to them to find out, okay, where's it sitting and who's got it?
Yeah.
So,
And if they point to me, then I'd be like.
so once again, it would be lovely to have somebody on the board that's the liaison to whoever is running, if it's a non-board member running the social media.
Yeah, yeah, so that is so.
Can they do that? Have a non-board member running social media?
We can,
give
if we
them
so
access.
choose, yeah.
If I could provide some advice. Sorry. So for the township, what we do is we have a social media administrator. We just have one with a backup.
Mhm.
So that is me, and I have a backup within the organization. We keep it that small. We
Yeah.
don't allow anybody else to have access to the social media channels. So we've centralized our social media marketing communication. We just find it works better.
Mhm.
Other organizations do have multiple accounts. I think the trend is to come back to a more centralized, because you can kind of control the messaging, you can control what. So if I can make a suggestion, I would
Keep
suggest
it
that
to
you,
board member.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, the
Which is-
problem is we don't have enough board members that,
you only need
To spread
one,
it.
Yeah.
right? To be your administrator and a backup, so 2,
Yeah.
right?
so we don't want to load too many responsibilities onto any one of us. And so maybe we want to look at asking,
I suppose I could do that. I'm doing it for work.
So if it was, if her and I could look after, at least we got backup, right, 1 and 2.
but you're the treasurer,
Mhm.
you're the backup.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Then there'd be a backup.
okay. Then that makes it, now Timmy has to find out from John or Christine or.
I can point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that it's all on you, but that's. When we put an action item at, what I'm interested in doing is, when we walk away from here, everybody knows what their homework is.
Mhm.
And then when we come back to discuss our various agenda items, then we know who's speaking to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to the website, we got on to social media there. Do we not need somebody from our board who will have access to the website other than Bridget, who is not a board member? She's our staffer that, and if you're, my feeling is if you want to just do it all, that's great. That's less work for us, but my impression is that you're overloaded and we don't want to do that.
What do we really need to be updated on the website?
It's not a regular update, is it on the website? It's just,
It can be, you can, you have access to like a news module. So you can do press releases, you can do, news, to your members, that can go to a page. I have a page that is set up news and events. And it pulls things from your meeting calendar, so all your upcoming meetings would show there. And it pulls from the news feed. So if there's something that you just want going out to members, you can put that there.
How did we discuss setting something up so that after every meeting, everybody within the BIA would receive some sort of update that like the meeting minutes have been updated, just so they know what's going on, and then they can go in and we discussed.
I think we were talking more about something of like a push newsletter, right? Like, so they
Okay.
could subscribe to it.
yeah.
So
And
when I
then-
sent out the notice of the agenda, I did put a link to that page that they can subscribe to that page.
Right.
We
Okay.
can't load them in technically, I think, because they haven't opted in, so we have to get them to load themselves in. So if they subscribe to that page, then they would get those updates
Right,
on
so-
as soon as you post them.
So I think that's part of the membership subcommittee is getting
Yes.
members to log themselves on and
Yes.
identify themselves.
I was
right?
going to make that
Yeah.
suggestion as well, is that if we have a membership person sitting on our board, that might be the person to work with Bridget or be in charge of the website.
Yeah. So the way it was set up originally is that you did have your own person that participated in the training when
Yeah.
we switched it over to eSolutions. Those people are no longer part of this committee, which is why we did a refresh training. So, and I can share those videos with you. And of course, I'm always here to help. I would suggest perhaps maybe what you might want to do as part of is to establish your membership committee and marketing committee, right? So membership and marketing, and then that way your marketing stuff out to the committee as well as you've got a committee and you can do a strategy for communications and how you want stuff going out.
I think there should be two different committees, membership and marketing, but both involved in the website.
But yeah, whatever way, you got a small committee, so.
Things very different from, the marketing is involved in the website, and it's also, our other forms of marketing, which we've kind of dropped right now with the digital sign, for instance, or newspaper advertising. It also ties into events when we want to advertise an event. I don't know. I think the membership for now, and I agree, marketing committee, we used to have one. We don't have one right now. And maybe when we were talking about subcommittees, we only discussed events. We didn't get into subcommittees about marketing, or I guess that was really,
I think you need to recruit first.
Yeah,
yeah. I think we're
Yeah.
early yet.
yeah.
Anyway, for right now, we have a social media person and we have a website person, and
Events and decorating.
Events and decorating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So I think we're down to correspondence.
So I think you just need a motion to receive all items discussed in general business. How's that?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
That was an opposed call or something.
You're right, it was. Awkward moment.
Item 12, correspondence. Who receives correspondence?
That would probably go to you as chair.
Okay. And how would that, has any correspondence come to our?
No, there hasn't, no,
And
there hasn't been anything other than just the mail that comes into that chair.
Okay.
Now, do you want, because I have the access, do you want me to forward it right to your email so you don't have to worry about getting, I haven't been able to like work it so it comes in normally. I have to log into the email account and then all the accounts are there. But in there, I can forward it directly to you. So any chair would go right to your own personal email. Problem is, as we talked about earlier, when you reply back, you reply with your own email, not the chair email, but everybody, our emails are all public anyways, right? So did you want me to do that? Set it up so anything that goes to the chair goes to your email?
Well,
Or do you have a different email that you wanted to use?
I've had many different emails for different purposes.
Yeah,
And what I don't like about them all coming into the same box is that
it's hard. to
I don't, yeah, I don't know which hat you're wearing and
Okay.
where you're coming from. So I don't want to have multiple emails, and I would just, if it isn't offensive, then it comes back from with my business signature to anyone.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be within
No.
the BIA, because
Yeah.
we all have to be business people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
I don't mind.
You can work with Nexicom to just switch the direction of the
Yeah,
chair
To me.
yeah, so,
Kathy, and then
yeah,
that
so I
one.
can go in and put your email, I will
Yeah.
forward all chair at BIA to your email.
Just comes into my.
It is
my
that,
business
yeah,
email.
yeah.
I did have an email before for BIA, but
You can separate it if you want.
Yeah.
You can separate
Yeah.
it. I think it has to be, I'm not sure if I can do it or if Nexicom, but I
Yeah.
think I forwarded the contact for Nexicom.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
That you can get them to just that, instead of it being you as the chair, it would be Kathy.
right.
And then that way,
Okay.
anytime you reply, it would come as chair from Millbrook. BIA.
Yeah,
Rather
it's easy to set up.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay,
It
so
is.
that's what I'll do then. I'll contact Nexicom and get them to set that up.
Yeah.
And then it will go,
But it comes into my business inbox.
yeah, is that what you want? That's what I'm asking you. Do you want it to go into your business inbox?
Or you want it as a unique email.
Or do you want to set up like a,
It won't come to my attention if it doesn't come into I don't want to go into.
different emails? Okay, so that's what, yeah, so what I'll do is just where the forwarding is, I'll forward it to, so it'll go directly to you. When you reply, it's gonna be your own email, not the BIA email. That's what will happen.
I understand.
Okay, yeah, okay. I
But
just
if
wanted
they're
to
gonna
make
get my attention,
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, okay, so that's what I'll do then. I'll just, share
because
it.
I had a BIA email before, as I can't even remember what the capacity was. And, oh, secretary, of course, secretary. And it was a nightmare. I
Yeah.
just, like, I had to go in there and to a different
So on that, Sherry, you'll have to get yourself set up as vice chair as opposed to Kathy.
Secretary, yeah.
Treasurer.
Treasurer, sorry, treasurer.
I was
Vice chair.
that was going to be my next
You're
point,
vice chair, yeah.
is that is there a treasurer going out now? An
There is
email?
a treasurer,
There is a
and there's
treasurer.
BIA.
Yeah, there's treasurer, there's vice, there's secretary.
Yeah.
And
But
chair.
where do those emails land?
Right now, they're all in their own boxes unless you put a forwarding email on.
Yeah,
I see,
Yeah,
okay,
they stay in their own boxes unless you either set up that email as its own personal email on Outlook on your laptop, or you actually log into that email and then you can see it like through there. You would log in online.
right,
So in there, I can go in and just put a forwarding, and then it would all just get forwarded to you
okay,
from
so
chair.
we'll do that. then.
Okay, all right.
And I guess if that needs to be recorded, it doesn't matter to me.
No, you guys just put that out.
Okay,
Okay.
I think the next item was adjournment.
and then your next meeting date is.
Mhm.
And that's meeting
May
date in
second.
May.
Can I
May
have a
first.
motion for adjournment?
A motion it.
I will second it.
9:35.
Perfect.
How do I? Is that recording?
Maybe.